Hey, welcome back to the shop. Let's do a rough turn in real time. This is Ambrosia Maple. It's about 8 inches. Has some bark in this area, so instead of making a smaller regular bowl, we're just gonna give it a bit of a curve and back and the front. So let's go. I'm using a 40-40. 900. Well, I'll debate it to put music on this video on this part, but I thought you will want to listen to me instead, so here we are. I figured I'll tell you a story in between while this guy is doing his thing. So yeah, I came from Argentina to Canada 34 years ago, I think. So I've been here for a while. I became a photographer for a major newspaper. If you're not in Canada, if you're in Canada, I was a photographer for the Toronto Sun for 11 years. Then I did some television. I was a cameraman there. And subsequently, I started a video production company. And I've been doing video and photography for real estate now for the past 10 years. I have another YouTube channel for that business. It's called Open House 24. Has like 400,000 subscribers or something like that. It's probably because I'm not there yakking. But anyways. So yeah, I started turning a year now. And I'm really liking this, but I'm a bit of a nightmare. Like, I notice that people like find one thing that they like to turn, whether it's bowls or something, and they kind of stick with it. It becomes their specialty, where me, I will try something, and once I nail it a couple times, I kind of want to move on. And now I've done a bunch of stuff, and I don't know what I'm at. I just have this need to be constantly growing and learning for some reason. And I'm impatient. And a bit ballsy and stupid too, because even through this you'll see I make mistakes, and I don't think much of them. Safety is another thing. It comes across, I think, like I don't pay attention to safety, but believe it or not, I pay a huge attention to safety, but in a different way than other people do. I believe in building confidence and learning what goes wrong, like experience it, so you can avoid it. That's kind of how I roll. I like to make perfect tenants and then be aggressive, and I'll describe some of it as I come across in this video anyways, but since I'm watching this as I'm talking, I can see that this dude is about to say something, so I'll shut up. Oops. Pretty sure the idiot made a mark. Yeah, I made a mark. Ooh, fairly deep too. Alright. We gotta go there. Speaking of safety, as you see there, most times when something happens, it's out of distraction. There, I got distracted, and I just touched with as I was removing the gouge. I just touched it, and it took like 1/8 of an inch. So now I have to make the piece a little smaller, and that's how it goes. But let's continue the story. In my short year, I have experienced and learned a bunch of stuff that I don't see anyone like talking about it or discussing it, or I don't see it on videos. And I kind of want to do videos sharing my experience that are more kind of like I'm passing something along to you, but I feel like, if I only be doing this for a year, maybe I'm wrong, and I don't want to mislead anyone, so I just feel like I don't have enough experience. But I don't know if you're watching this and you think I should. By all means, leave me a comment. That's kind of the way we can communicate. But this dude is gonna say something. All right. Let's see where we are for 10. See, you do this enough times, and you remember what it is. I am going to tell you something I noticed about this industry, and I'm not going to get into this clip right here because I can see on the timeline that there is another soundbite coming up from my own video, from probably doing the 10 in one shot. I'm assuming I'm all proud of it. It's a 40-40 thing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the one cut tenon. What I wanted to tell you is, as a newbie, one of the reasons why I'm a fast learner is because I'm not shy. I ask a lot of questions and I will approach. I mean, like, I call Stuart Batty and he answered the phone and he told me a bunch of stuff. So that's kind of who I am. But I noticed that a lot of turners have hit a ceiling. There's more sound coming up. Second to remove this plate. I'll be right back. I spit this up. I figure you don't want to put up with it. I still have a bit of bark here. So it doesn't have to be that deep anyway, so one might just remove some of it. By the way, I'm looking at the sound waves on my video. That's how I know when I can tell the difference between when I'm talking and when the lathe is making noise, just by looking at the waves, just the shape of them. Stay out of the way. Back to what I was saying. I noticed that a lot of people have kind of reached a ceiling. You know, they learn, and maybe they learn what they wanted to learn and they're doing exactly what they want to do, and that's exactly fine with me. But when you get into conversations with them, it's their way or the highway, and maybe they didn't grow past a certain point because of fear or something, and they feel like you should feel the same way. When not me, I just keep going. There's a lot of bark. So because I'm open-minded and I love to learn, I also analyze everything, and you know, when I get into an industry, I just look at it from very far away and try to analyze it. And wood turning is not different. I see, for example, that there are most of the instructions and everything is gear one way, but there is different type of turners, and nobody differentiates where you know, I'm talking about whether if you're doing production with turning, then you need certain tools and certain things. If you're doing this for fun, then like in my case, I feel like, you know, I have to rush through things and I have to turn 3 bolts in one day, and I think I'm just being stupid because I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm not even trying to sell the stuff. So really, what's my rush? I think I will learn a lot more if I take my time, which is what I'm trying to do. Because when I say I analyze, I beat myself up first before I beat up other people. Give me a bit of a curve to get rid of it. And here's my crazy mathematics, because I am this way. I think if we do this for fun and we rush through it, then if we have let's say 2 hours to be bored and we only spend half an hour turning, and instead of 2 hours, now we got 1.5 hours of being bored. and half an hour having fun. So every time we rush, we're basically cheating ourselves of enjoying the process of what we're doing, and that's part of what I'm discovering through wood turning. All right. And getting back to this rough turn here, because I made a curve on the outside now near the edge, it means that I have to rough turn the inside following that, and that's gonna be difficult, but as it turned out, it wasn't. I was able to swing a gouge all the way around, no problem, except for my head. It just kept getting in the shot of the video, but that's okay, because I'm here to tell you a story. So what else can we talk about? How about this video, the way I'm doing this? I want your opinion, because I feel like, I think we all want to communicate, and because we love wood turning, we like to talk about it. But unfortunately, you can't talk back to me. But if I did videos in this format, then I can put out some of my thoughts and people can comment. So if you have an opinion, if you think that what I'm doing is dumb, just by all means let me know. I can take it. I can take criticism either way. So don't be afraid. Try to mimic that curve around 3/4 of an inch. I think I'm good, but I might give it another one. Anyways, another thing that I want to talk about is I think that wood turners are too nice to us beginners, because you kind of make something and it's kind of lame, but they compliment you, and it's fine. I mean, it's encouraging. But I think that when we do stuff wrong, people should call us. And I mean, we live in a world where everyone gets offended over everything. I don't. I just want to hear, like, if I'm screwing things up, like, let me know. If I don't know, I can't fix it. Now, if I come across as an idiot that I know exactly that I'm doing something wrong and I'm still doing it, then you should call me an idiot. So, but anyways, I don't know. There is a part that you want to encourage people to get into, but I noticed this for myself. It's like finishing. At first, I started making, and when we first started, we're just happy to get something round and like a simple shape or something like that. And then you look at it like a couple of weeks or a month later, and you go, "Wow, that's just awful." I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And I think it will speed up the process if somebody will say, just be blunt and say, okay, so you bought a lathe and made some piece of wood round. Now, how about, give it some style? How about you sand this stupid thing all the way and get rid of all the marks before putting the finish? Because I'm guilty of that big time. I look at some of the, like, many stuff that I did and like finish turning and give it a bit of a sanding and just want to put a finish on it because I'm doing a video and it's so cool. And then I realized that it had a bunch of marks and stuff, and I just feel like a complete idiot. But that's part of the learning process. So I thought I'll share all of this with you. And hopefully you're not in the same boat I am. I realized I got in your way there, but that was a beautiful curve all the way to the center. I'm also trying to figure out where I'm going with this channel. I don't want to become one of those guys that's like, because I learn and I will make some cool stuff, but I don't want to become the guy that's like, oh, look at what I did and look what I can do. I don't know, that's not me. I just feel like if I'm not contributing to a group or an industry, I'm not happy. Yeah, dude, you should comb your hair. But I just want to make videos that have information, that have some value. So if you have any suggestions and what you like to see, by all means, leave me a comment and I'll give it a shot. I'll move this camera because I think you look at the back of my head, but I'm not sure. Just in case. Well, that moving of that camera didn't work out very well, as you will see. But yeah, talking about this channel and where I'm going with it. I don't care for having like 1 million subscribers or something like that. What I care is that there is a small group of like-minded people where we can share stuff, and this is what we love to do. So that's kind of what I'm at. I do have a big channel, and it is monetized and everything, so I don't need to do that here. At the bottom, I'm switching to Ellsworth 60 degrees right back. I do make a point of going on Facebook groups and complimenting good work, and when I find the small YouTube channels for wood turners, I subscribe to them because I believe in supporting people that are trying to do something. It's very hard to do video and do this at the same time. So, and if you're out there watching stuff, you should do the same thing. You should subscribe to all the small channels, but you don't have to, but it'll be nice. Yeah, this is almost like doing a hole for them. I guess in some ways it is. There's a big hump down the middle here. And when I say it's difficult to do video and do this, trust me, it is. Like, I own a video production company. I'm a pro at this. And it gets in my way. I have a hard time with it. Damn it. Wow, it's almost like it's an extension of me, this thing. Anyways, I'm gonna wind down this voiceover part of the video while we watch this dude's messy hair. But in a future video, I think I want to have a huge discussion about wood turning versus woodworking, and making money with one or the other, and the advantages and disadvantages. And there's a bunch of videos I like to do. I like to do one in safety, but not the way you think, one that's going to be a bit controversial and potentially get me in trouble. But basically, if you understand this statement, you'll understand what the video that I'm trying to make is. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. One more. And it's like, you know, if you're driving, like, learn how to lose control of your car so you can learn how to regain control when you lose control, and that will allow you to know what makes it happen. Therefore, you'll know how not to lose control of your car. I got a little hump here on the outside that I want to scrape. Anyways, I'll leave you with that in this part of the voiceover, and I'm gonna wind it down because this video is coming to an end, and this dude probably has some more to say, as I can tell. But yeah, I really look forward to the comments on this one. I think it's gonna be really interesting. But anyways, thank you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this operation. Thanks for flying Air One. And I will catch up with you at the next video. Thank you. And I'll put some of this and put them in the bag. Thanks for hanging out. Ciao, ciao.